Hello, it's Christy at Christy's Corner Booth. How are you today? I hope everyone's doing well and having a wonderful weekend. I just wanted to make a quick video to go over a couple of things. First, I wanted to go over a work in progress that I am working on, honestly. One finished objects that I mentioned in the last video but didn't have in front of me to show, and the Happy Meal swap that I'm participating in. So first, let's go over the work in progress. This is a shawl that I think I first saw it on Instagram, I believe. Can't remember. But I got it off her Ravelry page. Paid for. It's a paid for pattern. But it is by the Loopy Stitch. And it's called, I believe you pronounce it Elysian. The Elysian, Elysian. And she states it's that word actually means beautiful or creative, divinely inspired, peaceful, and perfect. I know I'm sitting in front of my window, but I hope it doesn't. But these are just some of the pictures. But it's a shawl. It's got a pattern for a shawl and a shawlette. I'm doing the shawl. The yarn that I'm using is, for the main color, it's some clearance yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby last year, and I love this yarn. Super soft, super savings, over dyed. And it's the Catlin. It's called Catlin. It's just one of the ball bands from one of the... I've already went to 2 skeins. I'm working on my 3rd one. And then the contrasting color, I guess you'd say, is also, I love this yarn by Hobby Lobby, or from Hobby Lobby, and it's the Antique White. I have shared a couple of videos, or excuse me, pictures on Instagram of it. And this is it right here. Something fell. Sorry. But this is the yarn. I don't want it to pull loose, it's attached. But this is the yarn I use, and I had about 6 skeins of it. I bought actually all they had at the time. And I love it. I love these colors. I love the way it's just kind of like a splash here and there. Let me see if I can get the name of it up there. It kind of reminds me, I've always thought of, I don't know if it's going to focus, but let me go back. Here we go. It's kind of reminds, I look at it and I think of a coat of many colors. You know, so it has sat in my stash for a while, well, obviously since last year, and I just trying to come across something that I thought would be perfect for this. And I found this one, and I just immediately knew that this is what I wanted to do with this yarn. This particular pattern calls for the granny stitch, and the granny stitch has been around forever. It's an old stitch, and you know, coat of many colors, you know, it's not based off the song by Dolly Parton, obviously, but it's an old song, and so I just wanted it to have like that old feel with a little bit of class, and you know, some newness to it. So this is what it has given me, and I absolutely love it. My goal was to use all 6 skeins and just make it one big old huge shawl, but I don't believe I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to stop on 3. I think I'm just going to do 3 of these and finish it off with the white. Sorry about that. But this is what I've gotten done so far. I just love how it is turned out. I'm doing 9 rows excuse me, I'm doing there's 9 rows of the granny stitch, and then you have this. It's got the, is it the puff stitch? I believe it's called the puff stitch. It's in the middle. But it's just beautiful. This yarn is not as soft as the white. So I think I'm going to have to definitely wash it, hoping it will soften it up a little bit, and it'll have a little bit better of a flowy drape to it. But I love it. I just absolutely love it. I had taken it to work with me. One of the coworkers asked me, what am I going to do with it? I said, I'll probably just sit it somewhere so I can admire it all the time. But it's really just gorgeous. I loved how it's turning out. She's got a really decorative edging toward the end, and then possibly some tassels. We'll see. I haven't made that decision yet. But I'm loving this. I just think it's turning out really, really well. I'm probably going to go across the top of it when I'm done with some half double crochets just to even it all out. Just to give it that fine line. But yeah, I'm loving this. It's just really pretty. Okay, so that's the work in progress. That's the only work in progress I have right now. And this is what I mentioned last time. This is the, I'm sorry y'all, I keep turning, I had wrote down notes. Oh, here it is. Sorry. I had wrote down notes to remind myself what I'm talking about. This is the Hope ear warmer that I mentioned last time by Rebecca Langford from the Yarn and Chai, I believe is how you pronounce it. I think it's really simple. I can get one done within a couple hours, a few hours. I'm not the type of person that can sit and crochet for an extended amount of time at one time. I mean, I have to have breaks. I can't do it all at one time. It's just, I can't. At work, when I take my stuff to work, I will crochet a little bit, put it down, read a little bit, put that down, in between of obviously working and everything. But this is a real quick, and it's so easy to do. It actually calls for a button in the middle, and I know I showed a picture in the last video of the one that had a button. I finished this while I was at work and I forgot to grab a button. So I just tied it with some yarn, which I think turned out well too. Looks good. I wore this today. It's a little tight on my head, so I'll probably do another one that's a little bit bigger, but it definitely keeps you warm. And this yarn is, I do not have the ball band, but I'm pretty sure I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I don't know, obviously some gray color. It's gray. But it's soft too. But yeah, it turned out really well. And then I was fiddling around with the crochet motif book that I bought, that I mentioned. I took it to work with me a few weeks ago, and I don't know which ones it was. I don't know which ones these are. I'd have to go back and look, and I just hadn't done that. But I was just playing around with some yarn I had at work with me in my bag, and I made a couple of them that were in the book. You can see my eye. You see my eye? Let me see if I can do that again. There I am. This kind of looks like a watermelon. But they were so much fun to make and easy. And then this is not exactly what the pattern called for. I think it's different. I did something different here. But it was still neat. I enjoyed it. It's good practice too, you know, if you're not comfortable with, you know, a certain pattern or something, or just in general with crocheting in general, doing these little things will help build your confidence, in my opinion. But they all came from this book. The patterns did. And the swap. So I've done my work in progress, my finished object, and the swap. I am participating in Llama Mama Kayla's Happy Meal Swap that she's doing throughout the year. I had Yarning with Mimi. She is in Texas. She has a YouTube channel. I'm going to link that below along with the pattern and links to the patterns I have here that I've mentioned today. And to Kayla's, the video for the introduction to the Happy Meal Swap. But I have mailed off Yarning with Mimi's package. Her name is Sherry Ann Wood. So hi Sherry if you're watching. So if you haven't heard of her or haven't checked out her video, I'm going to leave that link below. So I'd appreciate it if you go over and check her out. She's got some wonderful content. She makes some wonderful projects and she can pump out some hats. Wonderful at making hats. And but anyway, just go check her out. I'm sure she'd greatly appreciate it. I believe that's it for right now. I wanted to get this shawl that I'm working on. I definitely wanted to talk about it and share that. And I will definitely show you what it looks like in the end. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Thank you for stopping by, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.